Hello students, I am Isha Medarata. In today's video, I will be discussing numericals of the chapter Dielectrics. So let's start. I'll be reading out the questions first, then I'll discuss the formulae and then we'll solve the numericals. So let us just start with the first one, which says calculate the electronic polarizability of an isolated selenium atom where the atomic radius of selenium atom is given as 0.12 nanometers, and you have also been given the value of epsilon 0, that is known as the absolute permittivity, 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Let's begin. So we'll just start solving. Now in this numerical you have to find out the electronic polarizability. Now what do you mean by electronic polarizability? It is denoted as alpha E. And there is a direct formula of alpha E, which is equals to 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube, where r is known as the radius of the atom. You are given the radius of the atom in the question itself. But while just solving this kind of numerical, you just have to keep in mind that you convert all the units properly. Because otherwise the powers of 10, if they are not written correctly, you won't get the correct answer. So without making mistake, we'll just write each of the formula, each of the value properly. The value of epsilon is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 into r cube. What is r given as? R is given as 0.12 nanometers, means 10 raised to minus 9. And this is also cube. Do not forget to cube this, otherwise the answer won't be correct. So solving all of this, we get the value of alpha E 1.92 into 10 raised to minus 40 farad meter square. This is the answer. You just have to solve all this. So just take all the 10 powers of 10 together and then all the digits together and then just multiply. You will get this answer as 1.92 into 10 raised to minus 40 farad meter square. Next numerical we have to calculate electronic polarizability. So again you have to find alpha E only. But in this you have been given the value of epsilon R, that is relative permittivity is given as 1.0024, and you have been given the number of atoms 2.7 into 10 raised to 25 atoms per meter cube. So the previous numerical we used the formula 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube because the radius of atom was given in the question. But in this question you have not been given the radius. But then there is one more formula, which is alpha E is equals to epsilon naught epsilon r minus 1 upon n. So this is a relation of electronic polarizability with relative permittivity. So I know the value of epsilon naught, that is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So this is in one bracket. Multiply by epsilon r is given as 1.0024 minus 1 upon n is given as 2.7 into 10 raised to 25 atoms per meter cube. So solving this, you get the value of alpha E as 7.866 into 10 raised to minus 40. Do not forget to write the unit as farad meter square. So in this question, you were not given the radius. So we had to use the relation between polarizability and relative permittivity. Also, you were not given the value of absolute permittivity. So such values you need to remember. The value of epsilon 0, which I have taken as 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. Clear? Let's see the third numerical now. So the third numerical says you have to calculate the polarizability and relative permittivity in hydrogen gas, which has a density of 9.8 into 10 raised to 26 atoms per meter cube. Now what do you mean by density? So density of hydrogen gas means the number of atoms in a unit volume. You also have to find out the value of relative permittivity along with alpha E. You have been given the radius. So if radius is given, it's easy to find out alpha E because alpha E is equals to 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. Once we find out the value of alpha E, we know that in the question number of atoms are given. So we will be using the relation between alpha E and epsilon R to find out relative permittivity. So let's start. So beginning with alpha E is equals to 4 pi epsilon 0 R cube. I'm just using the direct equation. So this gives me 4 into 3.14, that is the value of pi. Value of epsilon naught, I should remember 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. You are given the radius as 0.5 angstrom. Angstrom is 10 raised to minus 10 meters. So I will just write this cube. And solving this, we get alpha E is equals to 1.389 into 10 raised to minus 41 farad meter square. So this is the answer for alpha E. Now, we have derived the equation of alpha E. Now, we know the relation. We know that alpha E is equals to epsilon naught epsilon R minus 1 upon N. I have to find out epsilon R. So what do I do is I just write N alpha E upon epsilon naught is equals to epsilon R minus 1. Or I can write epsilon R is equals to N alpha E upon epsilon naught plus 1. So this can be written as epsilon R is equals to, I have N alpha E. What is N? So it is 9.8 into 10 raised to 26. Alpha E I have derived as 1.389 into 10 raised to minus 41 upon epsilon naught, that is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So you have to solve this first and then you have to add 1. Please do not forget to add the 1 here. Otherwise the answer won't be correct. So this will be epsilon R is 1.0015. So the sum was easy. Only thing is you should remember which formula to use. So initially to find out polarizability, we use the direct equation and then using a relation we determine the value of epsilon R. Next numerical we have copper is an FCC crystal, face-centered cubic crystal with a lattice constant of 3.6 angstrom. Atomic number is 29. If the average displacement of electrons relative to nucleus is 10 raised to minus 18 meters, on applying an electric field, you have to find out electronic polarization. How are you going to find out this? Now we know that polarization P is equals to N into mu, where mu is the dipole moment. I can replace the dipole moment by displacement into the charge of electrons. So I can use the equation P is equals to N, capital N, that is number of electrons per unit volume, into E, that is charge of electron, into displacement. Displacement has been given in the question. Charge of electron, we know it's 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So according to the given data, we have to find out first number of atoms per meter cube. So if we find out number of atoms n, our question would be easier. So let's just start. So I'll be starting with, you have to find out number of electrons per meter cube. This can be determined as number of atoms per unit cell. So because it is an FCC crystal, per unit cell you have 4 atoms. This should be multiplied by its atomic number and it should be divided by A cube, that is lattice constant cube. So lattice constant, here we have 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 10 into cube. So it should be number of atoms per unit cell into its atomic number divided by the lattice constant cube. So solving this, we find the value of number of atoms. So this gives us number of atoms per unit cube per unit volume is n. That is equal to 2.46 into 10 raised into 10 raised to 30 atoms per meter cube. So this is how you should find out n first. Now we have to find electronic polarization, not polarizability. So electronic polarization is N into mu. This can be written as NEx, where this denotes the dipole moment mu. So this can be written as 2.46 into 10 raised to 30. E is equals to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 and multiplied by x. The displacement is given as 10 raised to minus 18 meters. Solving this, we get P is equals to 3.44 into 10 raised to minus 7 units coulomb per meter square. Clear? So we only have to remember which formula to use. So here we have to use the formula P is equals to N mu, number of electrons per meter cube into the respective dipole moment. That gives us the extent of polarization. But N was not given, so first we found out the value of N and then we solved the numerical. Now let's discuss one more type of numerical, wherein you have been given electronic polarizability of argon atom is 1.75 into 10 raised to minus 40 farad meter square. You have to find out the dielectric constant. Now what is dielectric constant? Epsilon r. So dielectric constant, if density of atom is 1.8 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube and atomic weight of argon is given along with Na. What is Na? It is Avogadro's number 6.025 into 10 raised to 26. So you have to find out the value of epsilon r, right? Alpha E is given but N is not given. How do we find out N? To find out N, here you have not been given. The earlier question was copper, which was NFCC crystal, but here nothing is given. It's argon gas, right? So we find out using the equation Na into rho upon atomic weight. Avogadro number multiplied by density divided by atomic weight. So Avogadro number is 6.025 into 10 raised to 26. Density is 1.8 into 10 raised to 3 and atomic weight is 39.95. This gives us the answer as, so this gives us N is equal to 2.741 into 10 raised to 28. Unit should be written as atoms per meter cube. These many atoms or electrons per meter cube. So now you know the value of N. Now what we will do? Now next we know the formula. Which formula? The relation. Because we have to find out epsilon r. So we will be using alpha E is equals to epsilon naught epsilon r minus 1 upon N. So this can be written as N alpha E upon epsilon naught plus 1 is equals to epsilon r. And this can be written as epsilon r is equals to N is 2.741 into 10 raised to 28 into 1.75 into 10 raised to minus 40 upon 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 and this plus 1. So this gives us the answer of epsilon r as 1.536. This is your answer. So you just have to remember a formula which is used to find out number of atoms per meter cube. Then the relation of epsilon r and alpha E is already known. So hope this numerical was clear. So in today's video, we have discussed various types of numericals related to the chapter dielectrics and the equations of alpha E, wherein we have used the main equation. We have also used the equation of alpha E and the relation between alpha E and epsilon r. We have also seen two different ways to find out number of atoms per meter cube according to the given data. One method we saw wherein the FCC crystal was given and the other was of argon gas. Hope you have understood the numericals I discussed today. Thank you.